Look at these two interiors. One belongs to a car that costs $200,000. The other costs less than $60,000. Can you tell which is which? Welcome to the fake rich list. Everyone wants to look like a boss, but let's be honest. Spending $250,000 on a depreciating asset in 2025 is financial suicide. The smartest people in the room aren't buying the badges anymore. They're buying the technology. Today, I'm showing you the top 7 SUVs of 2025 that are essentially cheat codes. These cars have the looks, the tech, and the status of a Rolls-Royce or a G-Wagon, but for a fraction of the price. We're going to expose the exact features that luxury brands are charging you triple for and show you where you can get them for pennies on the dollar. Stick around for number 1, because it's actually faster than a Lamborghini Urus, and it might just be the most hated car on the internet. Let's start with the most controversial car of the year. If you squint, you'd swear you're looking at a Land Rover Defender, but this is a Hyundai. This is the new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. For years, this was just a boring family hauler, but for 2025, Hyundai threw out the soccer mom design and went full boxy luxury. They essentially copy-pasted the silhouette of the Land Rover Defender 130, which cost $90,000, and sold it to us for $45,000. But here's where it gets embarrassing for Land Rover owners. The Santa Fe isn't just a copy. In some ways, it is actually better, specifically the Calligraphy trim. Inside, you get Napa leather seats that don't just heat and cool, they have a relaxation mode. With one button press, the seat reclines fully flat and a leg rest deploys, simulating zero gravity. Land Rover doesn't give you that. But the real flex feature that no one knows about is the UVC sterilization tray. Located right in the dashboard, there's a hidden compartment where you can put your phone, your keys, or your wallet. You press a button, and in 10 minutes, it uses ultraviolet light to kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. While the guy in the $100,000 Defender is driving around with a steering wheel covered in germs, you are driving a mobile clean room. You also get dual wireless chargers that actually work, unlike the ones in most German cars that just overheat your phone. Your neighbors will think you dropped a fortune on a British off-roader, but you paid less than half. The only downside? People will stop you at gas stations to ask what it is, so get used to the attention. Number 6 is for the drivers. Usually, if you want a straight-six engine and rear-wheel drive architecture, which is the gold standard for luxury, you have to buy a BMW X5. That has been the rule for 30 years. Not anymore. Enter the Mazda 9-0. Mazda is trying hard to be a luxury brand, and honestly, it's working. This thing has an inline-six turbo engine, just like a BMW. It sends power to the rear wheels first, just like a BMW, but the secret weapon is something called Kinematic Posture Control, or KPC. This is a piece of software originally developed for the Miata sports car. When you take a corner fast, the car imperceptibly applies the brakes to the inner rear wheel. This pulls the car down toward the asphalt, eliminating body roll. It makes a 3-row family SUV handle like a sports sedan. Most SUVs at this price point flop around in corners like a boat. The CX-90 carves them. And then there's the interior. Mazda uses a specific Japanese stitching technique called kakenyu on the dashboard fabric. It looks like something you'd find in a high-end boutique hotel. They use real maple wood and Napa leather that feels softer than what you get in a base Porsche Cayenne. A base BMW X5 starts at $65,000 with plastic Sensafin seats. This starts at $40,000 fully loaded with real materials. It is the smartest money move on this list for anyone who actually likes to drive. Number 5. We all love the Mercedes G-Wagon. It is the ultimate symbol of I made it. It's the rapper car, the celebrity car. But it costs $180,000, it's uncomfortable, and it gets 10 miles a gallon. It's a pain to live with. If you want that boxy military status symbol without the bankruptcy, get the Ford Bronco Heritage Limited Edition, specifically with the Sasquatch package. With the white painted grille, the red lettering, and the squared-off body, it turns more heads than a supercar. I have seen people walk right past the Lamborghini to take a picture of a Heritage Bronco. It's rugged, the roof comes off, and unlike the G-Wagon, you won't be terrified to actually take it off-road. It screams adventure wealth rather than crypto wealth. It tells the world you're rich enough to go on expensive trips, not just rich enough to park in front of a club. But here is the hack. The Bronco has a limp home mode feature and incredible durability, but the community support is massive. You can modify this truck to look like a $500,000 custom build for about $5,000. Bigger tires, a light bar, and you have a vehicle that commands respect in every valet line in Miami or Los Angeles. It captures the spirit of the G-Wagon, the boxy arrogance, without the six-figure stigma of trying too hard. Quick question for you guys. Look at these two interiors. Would you rather have the badge prestige of the BMW X5 with fewer features, or the fully loaded luxury of the Mazda for $20K less? Let me know in the comments. Are you team brand or team value? I read every comment. Now, let's get to the heavy hitters. If you want to look like you have a security detail, you buy a blacked-out Chevy Tahoe or Cadillac Escalade. That is the official VIP car. But those are six-figure trucks, and the insurance is a nightmare. The Kia Telluride, specifically the 2025 Prestige X Pro trim, is the ultimate Escalade hack. It's big, imposing, and boxy. But the 2025 update brought some serious tech that even Cadillac owners should be jealous of. It features Digital Key 2 Touch. This allows you to use your iPhone or Samsung as the car key. But it goes further. You can text a key to a friend via iMessage. If your friend needs to borrow the car, you send them a text, they unlock and drive the car with their phone, and you can revoke access instantly when they're done. It's like having your own private Turo fleet. Inside, the Prestige trim gives you heated and ventilated seats in the second row. That's a feature usually reserved for the Maybach GLS. You get dual sunroofs, Napa leather in a terracotta color that looks straight out of a Range Rover, and a quietness that rivals Lexus. Put some dark 5% tint on the windows, remove the Kia badges, and I guarantee you the valet will park this right next to the Range Rovers. It's the king of fake rich family haulers because it nails the one thing that matters most: presence. We're getting close to number one, but first we have to talk about the car that is literally keeping Bentley executives awake at night. The Genesis GV80 Coupe. Just look at the grille. Look at the winged logo. Look at the quilted leather seats. Genesis stole the lead designer from Bentley, and it shows. But for 2025, they added a feature that sets it apart from everything else on the road: the Mood Curator. This system integrates the lighting, the music, the massage seats, and, get this, the scent. The car has cartridge slots for different fragrances. You select Vitality or Comfort on the massive 27-inch OLED screen, and the car creates an entire atmosphere. It pumps a specific scent, changes the ambient lighting, turns on the massage, and plays custom audio. Speaking of audio, this car has active road noise control. It works like your noise-canceling headphones. It uses microphones in the wheel wells to listen to the road noise, and then the speakers play the opposite sound wave to cancel it out. The result? Silence. Absolute library-level silence. It is smoother than a Mercedes, looks like a $300,000 Bentley Bentayga, but costs $80,000. If you pull up in this, nobody thinks you saved money. They think you have taste. Number two is a wild card. This is for my global viewers and for those in markets where Chinese cars are taking over. The BYD Sealion 7. Western manufacturers are terrified of this car. Why? Because BYD is putting features in a $50,000 car that don't even exist in six-figure supercars. The centerpiece is the 15.6-inch rotating screen. With one touch, the entire screen physically rotates from landscape to portrait mode. It's a party trick that never gets old. But it gets weirder. The car comes with a built-in karaoke app and a dedicated microphone. You can literally host a concert in traffic. It sounds like a gimmick, but the quality of the interior is shocking. We're talking about quilted suede, crystal shifters, and build quality that feels tighter than a Tesla. It's fast, it has a Blade battery, which is arguably the safest battery tech in the world right now, and it looks like a spaceship. If you want to impress Gen Z, this is the car. Finally, number one, the car that makes you faster than 99% of vehicles on the road for the price of a Honda Pilot. The Tesla Model Y Performance, specifically the new Juniper update for 2025. I know, everyone has a Tesla, but hear me out. The 2025 update changes the game. They finally added the 360-degree acoustic glass. This means double-pane glass on the rear windows, not just the front. The cabin is now whisper quiet, fixing the biggest complaint of the old model. They added ambient lighting that wraps from the dashboard all the way to the rear doors, giving it that Mercedes-Benz nightclub vibe. And they added an 8-inch touchscreen for the rear passengers so your kids can watch Netflix or control the climate. But the real reason this is number one is the performance per dollar. For about $50,000 after incentives, you get a car that does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. You are beating Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Porsches at traffic lights. You have the best software in the world. You have access to the supercharger network. It's not about wood and leather anymore. In 2025, luxury is about time and frictionless technology. The Tesla starts instantly, the app works perfectly every time, and it costs pennies to run. It creates wealth by saving you money while performing like a supercar. It is the ultimate